Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. We're going to start off a series, hopefully. We'll see how the first couple seasons go, not too sure how far we'll take it. It's a Seattle expansion draft. As you can see, I've already done the draft because the draft wasn't really important. I just kind of wanted the Seattle team, or that team without replacing another team in the NHL. What we're doing is a team of quote-unquote draft busts. So the way I looked at it, the way I interpreted a bust, was any player drafted in the first round who has played less than 100 NHL games. The newest draft I did, I believe, was 2014. Yeah. These younger guys are 2014. I think that's Fleury as well. Yeah. So the latest draft I did was 2014. I figured I looked at the rest of the 2014 draft class. Some of those guys have played like 300 games, 400 games. So there's no reason that some of these guys shouldn't have at least played 100. So that's why I'm equating them as a bust. As you can see, you got Sonny Milano on the first line, 16th overall in the first round, 2014. He still has some potential. Mark McNeil still has some potential, but it's AHL. 2011, 18. Hosang, again, medium top 6, still some potential. Dal Cole's, I think, top 9. Yeah, still some potential. So we do have some guys with some potential. O'Brien does not. Oh, that's what I'm skipping. Quenneville. Quenneville's top 9 potential. McCarron, top 9 as well. Samuelson, AHL top 6. Pumple, I think is how you pronounce it. Bottom 6. Klimchuk, bottom 6. Mateau, high bottom 6. Poirier, AHL. Defensively, Fleury is low elite. Jordan Schmaltz is high top 6. This one actually shocked me. I thought he had more than 100 games played, but he does not. He's only played 42 games, spread out 3 seasons from St. Louis. Obviously, he's Toronto now. Same thing, Honka. I thought Honka had more than 100 games played as well, but he's parts of 3 seasons of Dallas. So these 3 guys are the ones that still have potential, so hopefully they'll grow a bit. Siemens, high 7s D, so I guess he could. Ericsson's maxed out, and Percy's still got potential, but again, it's AHL. Goaltending-wise, we're brutal. Leland Irving leading the way, exact AHL starter. McCollum, exact AHL starter. In the minors, Toivonen and Pickard. I believe we had one other goalie, possibly 2. Hellenius and Schwartz. So most times if a goalie is drafted since the most recent ones in the first round, generally they're fairly decent. Shinkurik, Klepis, Casper, Zach Phillips, Tedicek, Biggs, Finn. We obviously don't have enough guys here. We don't have enough first round picks, sorry. So Gustafson is one of ours. Serpents I don't think is. Yeah, so these bottom 3 and then 2 wingers there aren't our guys. Tenorti, Reinhardt, Pellich, Summers, Gormley, Wishart. There's actually quite a few first round defensemen that haven't made it to the NHL. I figured how it's going to work is we'll be able to do trades. The only thing is though, is I think I'm going to try to keep it consistent. So every year I'll add a draft year. So this year it's the last draft year I have is 2014. So next year I'll add the 2015 draft. So say like someone, Senyshyn. So Senyshyn is 2015 draft class. He has played 2 NHL games. Next year, even if he played all 82 this year, which he's not going to make it to the NHL. So next year, I'll be able to trade for him. And I'm guessing at the rate of retirement, we have a few guys that are older. I'll probably have to try and trade for everybody in that first round draft class that didn't cut it. I haven't looked yet at the 2015 class if there's any goalies. Hopefully there is that didn't pan out so far. Actually, one possibly. Thatcher Demko, what year was he drafted? Oh, he was in the second round, 2014. So, yeah. Basically, at the end of the year, we'll take a look and we'll see. So this year, we're going to be stuck with our team. No improvements to the team this year. We're listed as a rebuilder. I'll see what our show you what our stats look like here. 69 offense, 77 defense, 65 goaltending. Jerseys I didn't go too crazy on. I'll show you what they look like. The first one was our away, that's our home. And then that is our alternate. I think the alternate's the one I hate the most. But we will try to slow sim maybe a game or two a month. See how we're doing. But again, there's going to be no trades so far this year. No signings. I haven't decided yet on the draft if we'll be able to draft anybody. Because again, the theme of it is first round draft busts. So if we draft the person, I guess we draft them and held them out for X amount of years. That wouldn't really make sense. Kind of cheating. You could draft like a Lafreniere first overall. So I'm thinking I'm going to lead towards no drafting at all. But if you guys disagree with that, let me know down in the comments below. And we'll see what happens. First period of our first game ever against Pittsburgh. 2-2. Malkin, Aston Reese, Quenneville, and Mateau. Second period, still 2-2. They're out shooting us. Third period, they win 3-2. But not bad. Only getting beat 3-2 by the Penguins. So we will, in case you're wondering about divisional structure, I put us in the Pacific. Obviously, Seattle, that's more likely where they'll go. My guess is they'll swap with Arizona, and Arizona will go to the Central. That was my assumption, so that's what I did. We will sim up to final game of the month here against Arizona. Okay, final game of the month here. We're actually 4-4-0, so sitting at 500. Not too bad. We got a win against 5-2 win against Nashville. I mean, the only blowout loss is that 8-4 loss against Dallas. So kind of holding our own. Just shocking. First period 0-0. They're out shooting us by 10. Second period 3-1. And third period, no. So, I mean, yeah, like our goalies are actually performing fairly well. Our defense is pretty good. Well, not NHL caliber good, but our defense is performing pretty good too. We will simulate up to this game against Vegas, our expansion brothers, and we'll soul sim that game. Okay, so it seems like we've come down to earth a bit here. We are on a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 game losing streak. Going up to this game against Vegas, we're 10-14-0. They are 8-14-2. So we actually have a better record than they do. First period, 2-0 for us, Samuelson, Erickson. Second period, 3-0 for us, Klimchuk. 4-0. See who got the shutout. Leland Irving with the shutout, 32 saves. I'm actually very pleasantly surprised how we're doing. I thought it'd be complete blowouts, you know, like 8-0 games. And that is even 25 games in. We'll see how we're doing stats-wise. Quenneville, Fleury, Honka, Dalcol leading the 17. I'd like to see more out of Hosang and Milano. I think the issue is those centering that line. You don't really have much. Yeah, so our center depth is pretty weak. Goaltending wise, Irving 6 and 8, 898. McCollum 5 and 6, 912. So save percentages aren't bad. Quite a few rookie skaters. Klimchuk leading the way, 13 and 25. We'll see how he's doing in the whole league. Not bad. He's up there. See how our power play and penalty kill is doing. Power play 19.4, so that's going to be, off looks of it, third. So not bad. Like to be over 20. Penalty kill is bottom 3, so I'll see if I can make some changes to our penalty kill lineup. Special teams, penalty kill. I think the PK was just, I had the best lines. How's his face off? 70, 77. I think Samuelson has 80. Yeah, so we'll switch these two. Switch those two. See if it makes an improvement. Is Klimchuk on the power play at all? Or yeah, he is. So what I might do, switch these two. That gives it -1 though. Yeah, it's sniper in two ways. Or if I switch it like that. Losing the +1 on the first line, but we'll see how that goes. Our Poirier's face-off 70. So we'll actually switch. And we'll go like that. Actually, who is better? Poirier has 7. Mateau has 4. Pomplaz, yeah, so he has most points in that fourth line. They're actually, as a fourth line, are performing very well. Kind of sucks to break them up, but got to see if we can get more scoring out of our first line there. So we will simulate up to, I guess, the trade deadline. I'll simulate up against this next game against Vegas. Okay, so we're at the game against Vegas. We're 18, 33, and 4. Yeah, doing as we expected. First period, 1-0 for them. Second period, 2-0 for them. Third period, we tied up 2-2. And they take an OT, 3-2, with Cody Eakin scoring. We will take a look at our stats. Dal Cole, 37 and 56. I don't think he was a 79. Maybe he was, not sure. Klimchuk, 33. Milano, 33. Yeah, our plus minuses are starting to show now. Everybody basically a -20 some. McNeil only a -5 with actually leading the way with 16 goals. That's pretty good. Had never scored an NHL goal before that in his 2 games. Goaltending wise, see how we're doing. Irving 13-22. McCollum again outperforming him in the backup role. He's 1 below though in overall. I guess we'll just sim up to the trade deadline here. See how the rest of the league. Take a look at the league standings. See who's in the lead. For the rest of the league, I guess we'll see here at the trade notifier there if there's any crazy trades. That was just Broussard to Toronto, I think. It is a nice new feature they've added, finally. There's a lot of stuff, like if you're someone that plays MLB The Show, a lot of these features MLB The Show has had, I don't play FIFA or Madden, or haven't in years, so I'm not sure if they have these features either, but stuff like the Trade Finder, MLB The Shows is better, but I like that NHL has added it finally. Again, could use some tweaks, but it's a good start. Yeah, like some of these aren't massive trades. I kind of wish they'd show important ones. But yeah, Trade Finder's a good step. The Trade Notifier is a good step. Hiring and firing scouts, coaches this year. Like they are making a few improvements. Kreider and Strome to Montreal for Kolosov and Soderstrom. So that's a decent trade. So take a look at the entire league here. Look league standings. Toronto leading the way with 86 points. Colorado with 82. Two summer trade partners. 1 and 2. Last place, it's going to be us, I'm assuming. Yeah, last place us. Not too far behind Anaheim, though. 9 points. Points-wise, Sagan leading the way with 81 in 63. Goal-wise, going to be Tarasenko, 44 in 63. OV 37, so a few of these guys could catch up to Tarasenko. Parise having a bounce back year with 31 goals. He said 28 last year. He did pretty good. Just the past 3 years before that where he kind of wasn't doing so hot. Still certainly not worth his $7.5 million a year, though. I mean, 31 goals. You could argue that's worth that, but goaltending-wise, Freddie Anderson leading the way. Defensive scoring, Duncan Keith having a good year, 62. Rookie skaters, Kako, Hughes, Zadina, and Klimchuk, number 4. Probably not going to catch Kako because Kako's probably getting first line minutes. Yeah, almost 2 more minutes a game. But might edit our lines, see if Klimchuk get him some more ice time and see what happens. But we will probably just sim till the end of the year and see how we made out in our first year. Okay, so I was hoping we weren't going to hit the 50 loss plateau, but we did. You see we're 22, 52, and 7 going into the final game against Carolina. First period, 1-0 Mateau. Second period, Edmondson for them. Third period, they score 2 more, Gardner and Halla. So we lose the final game of the year, 3-2-1. We'll take a look at final stats. Guessing we're last place. Kind of no reason why we shouldn't be. If anybody finished worse than us, then that would be concerning. Toronto with the President's Trophy. He's at 111 points. We are last. Yeah. Not too far. I mean, Anaheim was 12 behind the next lowest. So points-wise for us, Dal Cole led the way with 56 points. 22 goals, 34 assists. Hosang, 51 points, so he kind of picked it up a bit. McNeil's 47, 26 goals. He almost had 30. Lano, 45. Quenneville, 43. Klimchuk, 42. Fleury with 42 from the back end is very good. Honka, 41 from the back end. Again, very good. Schmaltz, 31. So we got some good defensive scoring from our big 3 on our defense there. Yeah, our goaltending's brutal, so kind of what do you expect? Terrible plus minuses. McNeil, rookie skater as well there. Didn't really think about that. So, yeah, 47 points and 82. Sure, Kako finished ahead of him, but yeah, 69. Not too bad, though. They were 4 and 5 for rookie scoring. Guys that are, I mean, one's 27, the other one's 25, so older than all these guys. The oldest one's Zadnam at 20. Goalies, Anderson led the way. Price, not bad. Had a pretty good year. I guess check out rookie goalies too. Demko, Samsonov. Samsonov performed the best there in his backup role. Defensively, Duncan Keith led the way with 78 points. I don't know if he's ever had that high. I know he said in the 60s before, but 69, yeah. So career high in goals and assists for him. Yeah, when he's 36. Forwards, McDavid led the way with 105 points. Nobody shocking up there. Goal-wise, Tarasenko 55, Ovi 54, Sagan 50. So we will sim up to the draft and see who wins the Stanley Cup. Okay, so the Toronto Maple Leafs are the Stanley Cup champions. Hopefully that happens this year in real life. I'm a Leafs fan, so wouldn't mind that. Presence, is a Canadian Stanley Cup final. That'd be cool to see. David's versus Matthews. David with the Art Ross and the Hart. Keith, James Norris, Tarasenko, Lady Bing, Kako, Calder, Consummate Tavares, Vezina, Bobrovsky, Hutton, William M. Jennings, Zaitsev with Bill Masterton, Columbus coach Robinson with Jack Adams, Barkov with Selke, McDavid, Ted Lindsay, Tarasenko, Maurice Richard. Check out AHL. See if we had any awards there. Assuming not, yeah. Nothing for AHL awards. We finished brutally, 25, 46, and 1. So we'll go to the draft. We do have the first overall pick. Yeah, like I said, I think to keep with the theme, I don't anticipate we'll ever mount anything unless it's like 5 years from now, maybe. I think to keep with the theme, we will not utilize this pick. Anaheim is the second worst team. So I think how we'll do it is if we have the first overall pick, or whatever our first round pick, we'll offer that pick up to the worst team in the league. Yeah, I have a bunch of picks just from having to trade. To do this, I did draft players. I had to draft players in the expansion draft, and so basically I just sent them all back to their original teams, and so I have a bunch of 7th round picks, 6th round picks, whatever I picked, just to get rid of them. So we send all these players to Anaheim, so they're getting an abundance of draft picks this year. They said no. Bunch of 7s for 5th. I guess I gotta go for another 7th here. There we go. So we should have no picks this year's draft. So yeah, sim the entire draft. We will take a look how many picks they had. Quite a few. They got Lafreniere and Raymond, so it's nice offensive pieces in that first round. Byfield went 5th, Perfetti 8th. So that's a look at your first round for that first year. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to note these names down. Because this is actually our, these are possibly our players that we'll have to draw from a few years from now. So I'll note these guys. Because if these guys don't get signed by their teams, they don't want to end up playing, like I said, the 100 games after the 100 games after those, I guess, because we did 2014 this year. So after 5 years. So within 5 years, if they don't have 100 games, they will be free game for us to sign. I already handled most of these guys in the off season, or during the season, sorry. Hosang I didn't because he wanted a 1-year, $8 million deal, and then everything else is like 13 mil. So like we do have to sign some large contracts to be at the cap floor. Because we don't really have many guys that are worth too much. As you can see, we have 52 million right now, so a couple of these guys are going to sign to major contracts, but some of them won't be happening. So I won't bore you with this. I'll get all these guys signed up, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Okay, so we're done the draft. We've got all our players re-signed. Now we're going to go through and take a look. Just looked at Hockey DB, and I can see which players from the 2015 NHL draft, as of right now in real life, don't have 100 games played. Some of them could have eclipsed that if they played all 82 games last year in the sim. So we will check them out. First on the list we have Gurianov. So here he is. He did not play. Yeah, did not play at all in the NHL last year. Played in the AHL. Actually, how good did he do? He didn't play in the AHL at all. They scratched him the whole year. Makes sense. So, since you're not drafting, we will just take a draft pick. Say a couple seconds. And a third. And there we go. So he should slot in our top 6 very nicely. Zaboral. I think that's how we pronounce it. Defenseman on Boston. I think he's medium top 4. Medium top 4. He did not play last year either, so try and trade for him. This might actually not be too bad this year. Try 3/3. Got a 4th on there. Accepted. Actually, should have done this all together. Probably could have just gotten rid of a 1st. Senishin. Didn't play in the NHL last year. So we'll steal him. I think we're kind of out of, yeah. I'm going to start dumping 1sts here. I don't want to, like, not have any draft picks coming back just because in case we got to use those next year for other players. This is how we're building our roster, so out of exclusively busts. Next on the list is Svechnikov. Just make sure there's nobody else from Detroit there. I think he's a left or is he right? Left winger. He played in the NHL last year, so we're good to go for him. Again, try to get something, another pick back for him. Because we still need those bargaining chips. So Svechnikov in the third. Nope. Must really not want to get rid of him for some reason. Try a fourth. Still no. Surely to goodness. It's basically even. I just don't want. Not interested in our first round pick at all. 6. Let's just try it straight. Oh my goodness. Maybe we'll have to add. That was kind of ridiculous. Not sure why they didn't want to get rid of him, but we will go to Columbus and look at Gabriel Carlson. Played in the NHL last year. So it looks like we're improving our team quite a bit this offseason. I mean, this is already, I think, 2 defensemen that should crack our roster. So Carlson's done. Now look at another defenseman in Larson. He played all 82 games last year, so he does not count. Because he is at 135 games. So thought we would get him. We are not. Nick Merkley. Played in the AHL last year and actually only played half the year. So that'll be a nice, basically first line center for us. Like McNeil grew a bit and I think he's like a 78 or something like that, but Merkley's still higher rated than him. I don't know if I can get a late first from them. No. Try 2 seconds. 1 second. Oh my goodness. These guys are just not wanting these draft picks of ours. Try 2/3. 1/3. Okay, so we got Merkley. Next on the list is Noah Juleson. I think it's kind of hit or miss if he plays in the first year or not for Montreal in the sim. He did. He played for them, so he is not counting for us. So last but not least, basically somebody who should be a guarantee that we'll get. If, hopefully we have the assets for him actually. 20 games. So our new starting goaltender. Because, I mean, yeah, last year we were in with Irving and McCollum. Who, McCollum actually didn't perform terribly. Actually might have to give up one of these goalies to, yeah, we would. I guess I'll just give up the oldest one. He's the closest to retiring. Shoot, that won't work because I signed him to a large contract.
they might not even like that contract for Schwartz. I think that's, yeah, all out of first round draft picks. Might have to retain the salary here. Try a fourth. Make that a third. Third and fourth. 2/3. Isn't looking too good. Sorry, I think we have another third there. Yeah, it is. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can get this to go through off camera to save you guys the boredom of watching me just keep on draft picks. Okay, so I'm back. Had to do a little bit of finessing. What I did was I signed Mike Hoffman as a free agent. Signed him to, I think it was like a 6 year, $7.5 million. Retained half his salary so that it would fit under Washington's cap space. And added him to a package with a first. I think it was a first and goalie, just to get rid of a goalie spot for us. And we got their first back with Samsonov. So that is all the players that are considered busts in the 2015 year 2015 draft. Can't speak right now. That's all the players. So we will, I guess we'll end this video here. Next video, we will start up and basically we'll try to do a season of video. So next video, we'll start up season 2. We'll take a look at our team and see how we're doing. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button. Also hit the subscribe button if you want to keep watching some more NHL 20 content. Comment down below if you have any ideas, anything you want me to do, anybody I'm missing that I possibly didn't pick up that I should have. Just let me know.